Brian, no, we cannot. The nature of the Dangote mega refinery deal is such that he's accorded such protection and such power and such control over the fate of Kenyans that if he builds that refinery, Kenyans cannot even dare build theirs. In fact, not even anyone else can dare do so. So let us look at some of the emerging things that have come from the original video so that we can once again prove three things. And we are going to look at those three things. Number one, the stupidity of Kenyans. Stupidity is repeating the same thing and expecting different results. We have been screwed. We were screwed by the multinationals and the colonialists in 1963 as they were setting up the refinery. We are repeating the same mistakes, but this time we are bending over even further backwards so that we can be screwed deeper and better. Number two, those of you who are coming here to say, oh, we are capitalist state and private companies hire better people and more people and jobs and everything. Yet, this refinery is enjoying what is known as state socialism. They are getting state funding, state protection. That is why we can't even do it. They'll operate like a state entity, and yet they are private profit-making machine. So it is state capture by billionaires, which is what is known as state socialism. Go study the rule. I'm not here to do it. Number three, the ones who are saying Africans should support Africans and Africans don't support each other. This is a battle between the elite. For the first time, you want to recognize you're African. This is the working class, the people, the Kenyans, the majority versus the elite. The elite, as we have seen now that we have been talking about neoliberalism, are the same over, whether they are black or white. In fact, part of the reason Africa still remains a neo-colonial vassal state, and Kenya and also Nigeria have never decolonized from the colonial powers is because of these black people, these primitive accumulators who have taken state resources and somehow made themselves rich and felt so rich so that they operate above state. And therefore, together with the alliance and the unity of the elite, they have been used as the weapons of extracting value, resources, and keeping Africans under the chains of colonization, because you are thinking black on black is our person. And some of you have even come now to believe in the neoliberal dream that because it's a black person, they will not harass you, they will not chain you. And yet we are Kenyans. Come on, you know the oppressor is Kenyan. So that because they're wearing your skin because of internalized racism and also tribalism, you think because he's of your color, he's not going to brutalize you, he will not take from you, he will not extract you. Stupidity of Kenyans is in this way. The deal that we talked about in the first time, the Kenya refineries as it was in Changamu, was also the same deal. National government or Kenya, the states own 50% and multinationals own the other. BP, Shell, Chevron, British Petroleum, Shell and Chevron, American, whatever, those guys. They owned it so that it is the back door, the loophole that will ensure you really never have control over the most natural of important resources that you need for your production, for your movement, for your energy. And therefore, when the IMF came calling and said liberalize, and Kenya was struggling, these betrayers, these outsiders, these foreigners, these elites who now wanted to take profit and had seen the long game, sabotaged and screwed Kenyans. They refused to attend board meetings for Kibaki. In fact, they really insulted Kibaki. They refused to attend. They were bigger than Kenya. Dangote is bigger than Kenya, and we have given him the same rules and protections. So that is the stupidity of Kenyans. This deal is actually 4 times more stupid because we are not only funding, putting the seed money for this, yet we have a refinery. We have also Ruto is throwing the baby and the bath water simply because you don't want to refurbish. You can even start small. Right now we are starting from negative. You don't want to start small. No, you want to start big. You want to have that legacy. You want to focus fully and totally. So you get that, and you're like, oh, we are going to do a big, brand new thing. That is the lie that has been told. Now we are going to remove this factory, we are going to get a brand new thing. Isn't that everything we have been told when they want to screw us over? Yes, it is. And so now, because some of you are starting, by then in this channel, like you have realized there is no one term, two term. We are analyzing Kenya, we are decolonizing Kenya, we are deconstructing our country, we are on the side of Kenya and of the people and of the working class. So, Dangote enjoys state socialism, support of the money from Kenyans. So even Kenyans are paying him to build that. The land, the people, everything. And then the protection of the market. 100%. He says this cannot function if he is not protected. It is the same thing Moi kept telling the IMF. We fought over that. But the IMF were like, no, it's not the IMF. The third party, the BPs and the Shells. They came and they refused. And they betrayed Kenyans. And so now they are making extraordinary billions of profit from Kenyans because now they control the markets. So what do you think would happen, Brian, if we decided to build our refinery and we have given him most of our money, so the seed capital, he owns the land, he owns the port, Kwanza, a brand new one. There, neighboring Sudan and Somalia, which I'm guessing will be part of the sources for oil. We are fucked. We are inviting a foreigner, a private entity that is not the state, to take control of one of the most vital sectors of any economy. This is, and remember, it will be so securitized. All the risks we bear as Kenyans, he gets the profits. Now let's go to the capitalist dribble here. For those who are saying jobs and everything, Changamu, there is no, right now, there is no corporate entity. And we'll tie up to the second one of now these people who are enjoying this. They'll start well, but they'll fire, there'll be no protection, retirement. Kenyans are able to refine oil. We did that for 40 years, 30 years or so. We are able to, and the technical capabilities can also be retaught. This internalized inferiority complex, that now we think somebody else, because it's private, they can do it, and yet they are going to enjoy all the public benefits, is the colonized mind of the Kenyan. That is, first of all, that thing. That now, whatever the IMF and World Bank have been telling us, we are incompetent, we are stupid, we are corrupt, we can't do anything effectively, and yet these things are still going to be run and managed here by Kenyans, within Kenyans, and by Africans. We have internalized that, and you now, guys, the chains don't need to be put anymore. Sisi wenyewe ndio tumejifunga hapo. We still believe we are incompetent, we are unable to. And yet you know how the private employer deals with people. You know that. You are Kenyans, you know, in a few months they'll be outsourced. And everything. And the protections will go. They can also bring their own people. Mutadu, and he has the rights. You can't compete because all will pay him. The chains now don't need to be put. We are wearing them proudly, and some of you are coming to comment here with them, showing them proudly that I am chained, we are incompetent, we can't do public over private over public. Yet we are the ones who are forced to run that by these same people. By now we know the sabotage that happened because of those entities. Finally, let's talk about the black. Because some people are saying black people cannot help black people. Kenya right now, all this, take a private school, it is run, the Kenyan education was defunded to be run by black people. Same as hospitals, same as these petrol stations where they're hiking prices. Are these not the same black people who are screwing you over, who are putting the prices as they want? So you are telling us to support this because it's black. Isn't it black president who refused to hand over land to Kenyans so that now Kenyans are forever living in limbo? Isn't it black presidents who have oppressed, assassinated everybody who has brought reformist and nationalistic ideas in this country? Isn't it a black president right now who is handing over our nation, our ability to refine oil, no matter how small it could start, no matter how long and how hard it would be, even so that he can sidestep that? Isn't it that person who is giving it to private people? Who has been screwing up, who has been the collaborator? The reason now suddenly you are pro-black is because you want to push the agenda so that you can support this billionaire. Because of this populism, which you talked about, the Sonko effect, the Raila effect, all these things, you think a savior will come. These people are not your savior. They are your parasites. They are coming here to take over you. They will put you in deeper chains and you will not be able to move because they have a different military. They have a different way of handling things. Who you hang it rekebisha kwake Nigeria? Why is Nigeria not enjoying these perks that you think Kenyans will get? Why do you think Nigerians are moving all over the world? Their country in a mess over oil resources. Do you think you're better? Do you think munafikiri mko special? Because you're Kenyans. What? Stupid Kenyans. We are stupid. And we have internalized that and we are captured. We are brainwashed and we are still colonized. We need help.